Hello, welcome back to A Course in Miracles. I'm Tomas Garza. I'm delighted you joined me. All right, so this is about choice today. It's a theme, isn't it? Yeah, spirituality. It's about choice. It's about decision, and it's about the power of decision. And it's about recognizing what exactly we have the power to be, to do. And it's not about accomplishing things in the sense that we think about accomplishing them in the world, such as striving. In other words, winning a contract, so to speak. Think of the language of that in business. When one wins a contract, there's necessarily another who does not win the contract. What we're talking about here is our own power, our own inherent power, which is none other than the power of God, who created us like himself, extension of himself. We are the thought of God, the extension of God, the Christ. We think of Christ as Jesus, and well, and yes, but it's also you and me and everyone else. It's the extension of God, the Son of God. Name your term, right? Name your term for this. And just in case the ego tempts you otherwise, in other words, when the ego tempts you otherwise, we're not talking about the body here. We are not talking about the physical body. Because as the Course repeats to us, that's not who we are. In truth, and we're talking about allowing truth to simply be as it is. This is about our power of choice and decision. So the specific lesson in the workbook that I want to talk about today is lesson 255. And the idea is, this day I choose to spend in perfect peace. This day I choose to spend in perfect peace. It's a choice. We don't like to believe that all of the suffering that we've experienced in this lifetime is a choice. That's a real difficult one for our ego clinging minds to swallow, isn't it? And it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, how could that be easily palatable? Nobody ever said that spirituality was easily palatable. I mean, it's really not all rainbows and unicorns. It can be rainbows and unicorns and manifesting a flashy new S-Class Mercedes-Benz and a hot, sexy fling for the weekend to go along with it, and some cash. Let's not forget that. It can be those sorts of things, but at a certain point, we reach a place where we're ready to go on. We're ready to go on. And well, if you're paying attention to this message, if you are familiar with A Course in Miracles, you're definitely ready to go on. And that's when we learn, we accept, we allow the truth to simply be. It's where we learn that we need to be more vigilant than we've been in the past. Why? Because ego clinging is pervasive. We've identified with it. So we don't necessarily recognize the myriad opportunities that the world provides us, that our experience provides us for forgiveness. Anything painful is an opportunity for forgiveness. Any emotion that we would label negative, such as fear, such as stress, anxiety, it could be depression or sadness, anything that is not happiness, joy, love, boundlessness is an opportunity for forgiveness. And anything that is joy and boundlessness, limitlessness, a sense of love, of deep happiness, all of those that we see intermixed with the crap are opportunities for us to be grateful. Everything's symbolic that we see. The hard shit is an opportunity for forgiveness. The beautiful is symbolic of our oneness as Christ. It's symbolic of our limitlessness, our power, our beauty, joy, happiness, love, all of that. This can be not so easy for the ego to accept. It'll never accept it, in fact. Its thought system is completely different. The thought system of A Course in Miracles is completely alien to the ego. And we're in the process of choosing the Holy Spirit's thought system instead of the ego's. Which means necessarily that we're going to have days that suck ass, to put it bluntly, right? We're going to have days that are more difficult than others. It's simply the way it is. But that's the way the world works. And then we have years of experience in this lifetime with that, not to mention other lifetimes. And if that's not something that you're into or believe is even possible, who cares? You don't have to believe in that. Think of your own experience in this lifetime. The roller coaster of emotions, the highs and the lows, alternating. One minute you're on top of the world, the next minute you feel like screaming and shouting because you're in a fit of rage or you're frustrated or something happens that defeats your grand plan. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And what's important to realize as you contemplate lesson 255 is that we have a choice. We have a choice to experience the peace of God, because deep down, that's what we all want. Now, what else would perfect peace be, as lesson 255 talks about, than the peace of God? What else is there? Really, what else is there but the peace of God? And I know that you know the answer to that full well. So I invite you to sit with that and allow the answer to this. Is there anything else besides the peace of God? You know the answer to that. So invite that. You can choose to experience this right now. When else? There is no other moment. So let's all make that choice, yes? All right, we'll see you on the next video.